Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 7th episode of Honzuki no Gekokujou. And last episode, we got to meet Oto's wife, and she was quite nice. So, let's see what happens in this episode. 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, there's still the whole sickness thing. That's definitely a problem. We did learn a bit more about that. I kind of forgot about that. It's really not good reveal at the end. That's definitely a bit of a problem. But I'm sure we'll work around it. You know, we'll find a solution. Mine's a smart kid. She's got this. Honzuki no Gekokujou. Wish my drawings could come to life like that. Not that it would help me much because I can't draw, so I can make stick figures come to life. That'd be pretty cool. Just bubbles and sparkles everywhere. Alright. Seeds of suspicion. Who's gonna be suspicious? I know, right? Okay. Well, hopefully this goes well. Oh. Okay then. That's a thing. I guess so. I guess that all came together like that. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Which is gonna be hard because it's very easy to trick children. Yeah. Huh. They probably just charge a lot for what they do sell. Yeah, just a different type of establishment than others. You know, quality over quantity and all that. And the food looks good. Just looks like a parent taking their children out for dinner. Yeah, I'm sure we could do much better as usual. That you're criticizing his soup, I don't know. What's up? Yeah. Okay. Well, you know. Yeah. It makes sense, so... bowing? But yeah, these aren't Japanese people, so they probably wouldn't get that. Alright. Yeah, fair points. Like, you know how much trouble mine has had getting supplies for things? Yeah, everybody wants that. Her vocabulary is just always surprising, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. uh, okay. Materials would be helpful. uh, never underestimate merchants. I don't know, graphs. Okay. Okay, I'm glad we're getting royalties. Really? Okay, well, yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess I can understand that. He's a smart kid. Right? Because, I mean, the paper's what she really cares about, so... Butler? Mark. Okay. Uh... Yeah, she's pretty good, isn't she? Only filthy casualty like things like calculators. Next, she'll show you how to solve a Sudoku puzzle. I don't think that's true. Huh. Yeah, he did say magic. Is magic part of this world? I don't think we see much of that yet. And yeah, you'll become a magical girl, I'm sure. I didn't know that, actually. Friggin' nobles get all the cool stuff. Although we might have seen a little bit of magic in the first episode now that I think about it. That was a while ago, you know? I do love that thing. That thing looks so nice. I bet it is. What was that look? Yeah, you might have, but oh well. I guess so. I'm not super business savvy, so I'm not sure what's a good and bad deal in a lot of these things. Especially in a fantasy world where things are a little bit different. But it's done, you know, that's probably her name, so. Oh no, a dagger! Okay, that's what I figured. You mean they have to cut themselves too? Oh. Well, the loot's way ahead of her. I did. I don't really want to cut myself, okay? It's gotta suck. But I guess it's necessary. Usually, I'd rather just use like a little needle, but I guess knives are better for this to them. I guess so. We saw some real magic there. It's a little patronizing, but what are you so upset about? Did I miss something? I probably did. I just don't know what. Lutz, I can't keep up, okay? I'm sickly. Don't walk so fast. Oh. I'm not sure how to answer that question. Somebody found it suspicious. Wow, I didn't think I'd see that. What was it that she did that gave her away? Was it the collateral thing? Is that what did it? Because it was about that time he started acting a bit weird. I didn't understand any of that. I guess it is a bit weird for a 6-year-old to be able to do that. But would she actually tell someone about that? About the truth? I mean, you're probably better than the original mine, so it's fine. I don't know exactly what the original mine was like, but I doubt she could measure up to you in any capacity. But he was friends with mine before, so he might have a different opinion. Well, I guess we'll have to deal with this in some way. Well, this makes things a bit awkward between them. I'm home, Mother. I was just doing a bunch of business and signing contracts and bleeding on paper. How was your day? Okay. Everybody's being mean to mine. Like, nobody wants to talk to her. Okay, is this like a nightmare? Because it's starting to get a bit silly. And how much people are rejecting her. And yeah, at this point it's pretty obviously a nightmare. Poor mine. Are you? Because we haven't really gotten into this much before, the idea of her essentially stealing someone else's life and kind of the repercussions of that. We haven't gotten into that too much, but seems like we're starting to. Because at the end of the day, she is essentially an imposter. She's just not an intentional one. And here's Lutz. Is he still gonna... okay. That's chibi. Yeah, that makes sense. And I guess that's where the suspicion for the title comes in. It was Lutz. And also avoid any more bowing. That'd be cool. It's just so short. I love when I see her next to an adult like that. It's the funniest thing. Oh no. Uh... Yeah, that's not good. And Lutz wasn't even around to help. An unfamiliar ceiling. Yeah, I bet. More Japanese stuff they're not going to recognize. They don't know what that is. Yeah, collapsing in the middle of the street is pretty bad. Well, not if you're not feeling well. uh, well, that's easier said than done. Just don't break my head. It's very fragile. Just getting Princess carried home. Yeah. She's such a depressing existence. Oh, okay. Well, she's a bit of a special case. Well, she hasn't quite got to hers yet. Okay, so it should be manageable with someone, the right person's assistance, right? Yeah, so we should be able to do that, right? I assume it is. That would explain kind of the aura stuff we saw. Yes, Dad, I get it. I'll listen. Uh, yeah, he did say that. Is it that funny? Uh, but still, things are awkward, so. Okay. I guess so. I don't think that would ever happen. I'm not sure I like that hesitation. She should really blow his mind by speaking Japanese in front of him. I know, right? uh, uh, okay. I mean, yeah, I was thinking that as well. She probably shouldn't try to move things herself. Yeah, I could tell the look on her face. It was clear that she didn't take that to heart at all. That was pretty obvious. Even I picked up on that mine. Like... that was great. That was really great. Might have been my favorite scene of the episode. Everyone just laughing at her. But you could very clearly tell she did not take that to heart at all. Like, it was beyond obvious. And yet she acted like, oh no, I was found out. How could they tell? I didn't actually listen to that. I don't know, I like that part a lot for some reason. Mine continues to be an amazing character. Okay. I don't know why my eyes started to water from that. But I'm glad we actually got an explanation on exactly what this Devour thing is. It was a good episode, though. So I'm guessing the Devouring thing is kind of what starts up her eventually meeting up with the High Priest that we see, you know, in the preview bits and stuff. Like, maybe he's the only one that can really help her. Lutz's main. Or mine. Or... Yeah. Nice. I am. That's another very, very wonderful illustration there. And that was the 7th episode of Honzuki no Gekokujou. And yeah, that title of the next episode, Lutz is mine. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. Like, I mean, it can be taken a couple different ways, I think. So I'm not going to think about that too much right now. So let's just go back to the beginning of the episode as I usually do with these things. So, the first thing we did was we had our meeting with, what's his name? I know, actually, I clicked the speed up button. That was a bit awkward. But anyway, I don't remember his name, but the guy they're doing business with, they went up to him to basically discuss business, essentially. And there was a lot here, so I'm not really going into too much detail about specifics of agreements and stuff. But basically, they worked things out, and throughout the events, mine continued to be kind of suspicious, you know, like the title said. Because first of all, she bowed, although Lutz didn't really bring that up at all. But that definitely confused the guy she was doing business with. Because he was a little mad at her because of the thing with the shampoo with the oats, or Oto, whatever his name was. He he got a little bit mad about that, so she bowed an apology for that. But he didn't really understand what was happening there because bowing is a Japanese culture thing and not a here culture thing. So he didn't quite get that at all. So that was a little bit awkward. But we did eventually work things out. She did seem to kind of regret how she handled the shampoo thing by the end of it. But we got things worked out. Just got the contract signed. We confirmed that this world does have magic to some capacity. Not like a lot of it, like we don't see people having magical tools in the center of town or anything. But magic is apparently used for some things, like important high-value contracts. So we got to do that and had to cut ourselves and use blood and all that, which mine, I'm not a big fan of that. Lutz did it, no problem, but mine struggled with it a bit. Just a bit. So she eventually just had to let Lutz cut her. So yeah, that kind of sucks, you know. Usually signing is good enough for a contract in her world, so yeah. That was that, though. And basically throughout the entire encounter, apparently Lutz was just kind of getting suspicious. Like, you sure know a lot of things. Like, you can do math without a calculator, you can write, you can kind of be on par with this professional businessman on these business things despite being about my age, and I don't understand jack of what he's saying. Like, what's going on here? Are you even mine? Like, what's happening? So, and yeah, I don't know what kind of explanation she could really give as to why she knows things that she shouldn't. Because it's not like Lutz met her after the isekai-ness. He knew her before that, so he knows what she was like. And there's no way she was doing these math calculations and stuff before. So, obviously something changed, and he really has no way of knowing what that was. And this problem isn't exclusive to Lutz, but nobody else has really bothered to bring it up, oddly enough. Like, the parents are just kind of like, oh, wow, you can cook cool things. Nice, I know. Like, you have all these nice, crazy ideas. Like, that's really all we've gotten from them in regards to these odd changes in her. But Lutz seems to actually be kind of thinking about this, like, no, this is weird, something must be going on here. Like, he backed out a little bit later on, just kind of saying, oh, I was just lashing out, I was a little bit upset and jealous that you could do these things that I couldn't, but still, he's got to be thinking about these things, because it's still not normal, the things she's suddenly able to do, despite not being able to do them before, and not really having access to any kind of education that would, like, result in these kind of changes, you know? Like, nothing that Lutz wouldn't have access to. So it's very weird, and Lutz is picking up on that. So it'd be great if we could expand more on that later. And just the idea that she basically took the life of someone else. Like, even if the original mind died and she just replaced her, you know, in that case she wouldn't be like responsible for the original mind disappearing or anything like that, so there wouldn't be any guilt for that. But even that's just speculation, although that is very likely. But regardless, she still basically replaced mine in her life without telling anyone. So she's basically living a lie to everyone that she interacts with that knew the previous mine. Not by her own choice or anything, so again, she doesn't really have anything to feel guilty about, but she probably still would regardless because of the end result. She is living someone else's life, secretly. And she could be honest about that and explain it, but who would really believe her, first of all? And even if they did, that would probably bring up its own problems. So it's a very interesting position she has herself in, and really can't blame her for kind of being a little bit down about it. She even had that whole nightmare sequence, which progressively got more and more obvious it was a nightmare as it went along. Because I was a little bit suspicious, like, huh, the family seems to be acting a little bit distant and cold to her. Did they talk to Lutz or something? Like what's going on here? But then when she went outside and then the other kids were like pointing at her and stuff, I was like, okay, I think this might be a nightmare. And eventually it became clear that it was. But just very sad to see her have to struggle with all this stuff. But at the very least, we are making progress with all of our business stuff and our paper stuff, and that's good. However, her sickness is still the biggest problem that we haven't made any progress in overcoming, but at least they're starting to figure out what's going on. You know, they've explained to the audience more or less what's going on, so we should be able to do something about that. You know, I feel like we should be able to. Otherwise, it'll be a very sad end to the show. Let's see what else to talk about. That's most of the episode. They did establish that mine has to be with Lutz, you know, whenever she goes there, because she just collapses. So, you know, so Lutz got a bit of a kick out of that. So yeah, I feel like there could be some more conflicts between Lutz and mine in the future. So we'll see. But yeah, this whole scene when he talks about how Lutz is the only one that can handle her was pretty funny. Because yeah, she is quite a handful, you know? Like, I don't think I could handle babysitting her. So, I do like just kind of the random faces that mine made throughout this scene. Mine always makes the best faces regardless of whatever scene she's in. And yeah, this scene here, when she mentions moving everything and gets all excited, everyone just kind of glares at her, taps the desk. They're like, mine, do you ever learn anything, you know, about your body and limitations? And everyone basically lectures her on that, you know? And then she just kind of looks at him, looks down, and then everyone pretty much realized that she really did not accept that at all. And everyone just laughs. I don't know why. That was my favorite scene of the episode. That whole thing was just 10 out of 10. And how embarrassed she felt about the end of it. It was literally perfect. Maybe probably one of my favorite scenes of the whole show. I don't know, just like I really like that. Because I was so on the same page as them. As I watched what she was doing with her face and stuff, I was like, that did not sink in at all. So just the fact that they commented on it and everyone's reactions to it was just really enjoyable to me. And that was the episode. It's good, as always, you know. It always feels like a slow-paced show, but still doesn't mean it's not enjoyable, which it certainly is. And definitely brought up a lot of new things to think about. So, just, as always, I hope things look up for mine. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.